I'm Selah Madrid, and this is my story. My name is Selah Madrid. Today I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about myself to begin with. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. Basically born and raised here. I'm 22 years old. And I'm going to tell you guys about my transition from female to male. So I don't want to say that they fully come to like terms with it. Like even just for me, it's different. So for them, it's definitely gonna be really different. It's kind of like a touchy subject in a way because I don't know if I'm just kind of like brushing it all under the rug or I'm just really like okay with it all. But I know like once I start telling people like, okay, I want to be referred to as a male, it's gonna be like a drastic like change for my friends and family. Like it's just gonna be something that I know is gonna be like a process in a sense. What I mean by that is like even now, like I'll go around my family and um, some of my friends even will be like, I know you're going through this process, but like you're always gonna be like my little sister, or um, like just like things like that, you know. So it's just like I'm just curious to see on like once I'm like, all right, guys, like I'm one of the bros, like I'm the dude, like you know what I mean, like how that will like like how that will all like plan out. Um, but it's not that they're like in denial. It's just like again, like I'm still being used to like I'll go out in public and someone will be like, "What's up, man?" Like, "Hey, bro," like, "What's up, dude?" Like they don't know me or like I'll be called sir, and it like catches me off guard and just like I'm gonna expect that. You know what I mean? So I'm not like anal about if they later down the road I'm still being called like my mom calls me her daughter or something like that. So it's just like I know it's going to take time and I accept that and um, yeah. So because I mean we all know Utah is like a very conservative state when it comes to like religion, right? So I have grown up Christian. I've gone to church growing up, and I go to church now. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child. Do you believe that? No longer a slave to fear. I am a child. We declare over our lives, so God. That has never really had like a negative out like negative effect on me in any way. I go to church now and everybody welcomes me with open arms.
Now, some of you really connected with that issue of just overwhelming fear. And if that's you, we'd really like to pray for you. You do not have to fight this battle alone.
And they also know. So I would say I've never it has never affected me negatively in any way. What's up, guys? So today is shot day. So I'm kind of just gonna go over like my routine and how that works and kind of like what it looks like. So here's my prescription back here. I usually get about like a 2 or 3 month supply. I take my shot every 2 weeks. So there's that. They provide me with enough needles to last me that time. So I have, if you guys can see it, this is what I inject myself with, and then this is what I draw with out of, 1 second. So this is what it looks like. And then this is what the bottle looks like. So I usually just do 1 milliliter, and that's about the whole bottle. So what I do, pause 1 second, I'm forgetting something. So I have my alcohol swabs, and I have like a couple of boxes of these. And then I have this, and this is what I put the needles in afterwards. So let me show you guys here. Sorry, you guys can't see my setup, I guess I can kind of show you. So I always just grab 2 towels to lay everything out on. Kind of keep it like as sanitized as I possibly can. Let's see. Alright, and then, so what I do is I go ahead and take the cap off. I take an alcohol swab, and I clean this off. Okay. I take this and take off the injection needle. And then I place it back on. Place the other needle on there. Alright. Then I go ahead and put this in sideways. Tilt it upside down. And I let it kind of fill itself up here. And then I leave, kind of push out all those air bubbles. Let's see. So yeah, I want to make sure there's no air bubbles. What I do is go ahead and take this one off. Flick it again, make sure again there's not air bubbles. And then I go ahead and place the other one back on there. Just like that. And then what I do here, put the cap on. Oh, that's what I want. Just put the cap on. And then I take another one of these wipes and I inject it on my butt cheek. So I'm not gonna show you guys a little bit of privacy here, but I'm gonna go ahead and wipe like the area that I'm gonna inject in. And I like to switch cheeks like every other shot. So one time I'll do it in my left, and then the next time I do it, I'll do it in my right. I like to switch on and off. So now that's gone. And then I just clean it up a little bit. And then usually it doesn't bleed too much, just a little bit. And then that's it. All done. So basically that's how I do that. Pretty simple. Well, the more you do it, the easier it gets. Honestly, it gets to the point where you're like, oh yeah, like I need to go take my shot. Some people are like super on top of it. Sometimes I space it, but it just like, it's not that I space it for days and days. It's just like, okay, that's what I need to do, don't forget. And then it's the next day and I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to do that yesterday, so you don't forget to do it again today. And like sometimes I'll go through a couple of days without being able to do it. But for the most part, I do it usually between like every 2 weeks on like a Sunday. But today's Monday, so I forgot to do it. But yeah, so that's how that works. And yeah, so I hope everybody had a wonderful day today. I know I did. It's Monday, start of a new week. I hope everybody takes the time and just doesn't rush the week. I know everybody rushes for it to be Friday, but just take a breather and enjoy the week and enjoy your days. And I'll see you guys all next time. All right, much love. Okay, so I have dated, like, my very first girlfriend was, I hate using these, like, pronouns, but, like, she looked like me, so a boy. She looked like a boy. Okay. And so that was, like, my first, like, girlfriend, but, like, my serious relationships, all of them have been straight women. So when I first started my transition, I was dating this girl on and off for about 2.5 years before I started my transition, and then we were still kind of in each other's lives, like in the process of it, and like seeing each other. And when we kind of like talked about it, it was more like she kind of was like in denial about it, where she was like, of course I love you, but it's more of like, I don't know how well this is going to work out if you are going to proceed with that transition. And it kind of just like shook it to me. It shook me a little bit because I wasn't quite like understanding her point of view. And kind of like the way that I looked at it is, it was like she didn't want to be with me because I was starting this process. And I think it was more of like, the way that I look at it, it was more of like she didn't know how to face the situation. Like I think she was thinking more like down the road, like how it would affect her life rather than mine. When it comes to like explaining to people like, okay, I was dating a girl, but now I'm dating a guy. Is kind of how I understood what she was saying. But then I started, like, that relationship ended, and I started seeing my best friend, and talking to her about it, and it was like a total different like situation where she of course was like, well, I hope you know that I love you for who you are, and if this is something you want to do, like, I support you 100%. And then later down the process, it was more of like, wow, this is like really beautiful, and I'm really happy to like be here and see you grow from the person that you were and watch you transition. So I've had like both, like, I've dealt with like both sides in a sense, like the negative aspects of like dating and then like the positive. So again, it's gonna be different for everybody. But yeah,